I have no clue.
I have absolutely no clue.
I think it's like a scan that you get or something.
I don't know.
An acronym.
There's something to do with epilepsy, I'm guessing.
It measures the electricity in the brain, or something like that, electrical charge.
An MRI is a magnetic resonance scanning, and they use magnets in a chamber to excite the water in your cells so that they can get a picture of it.
Well, I do know that it takes scans of your body, but I'm not entirely sure how.
Oh, I know that. You go into like a machine and it scans your body. I'm not really sure for what. I think it has to do with your brain.
It's a scan of your brain, I'm pretty sure.
Those are the machines that the ones that you lie in.
It's that little thing you go into where you get claustrophobic and they take pictures of things of your body.
Like when they take pictures of the brain and how it reacts to different things.
A CAT scan is similar to an MRI, but I think that's only for brains to look at like brain function, what's going on, and how your brain's functioning.
Same thing, but with your brain.
Same thing as an MRI.
I think it's a scan of your body, but I'm not sure.
A scan of the brain.
It's a scanner of your body, I'm guessing also your mind.
CAT scan, just making sure you're all right at first glance. It's not as in-depth as an MRI.
I'm gonna guess rescue medication is medication that you give to somebody who's currently having a seizure to get them out of it or to help them in times of immediate need.
If you're like in an emergency, it can save you.
Yeah, I don't know.
If I take a guess, that was medication that if someone needed it, had some like reaction to something, you would administer it then.
Probably medication that's given in an emergency to rescue someone.
Epilepsy is a repeated string of seizures caused by some malfunction in the brain. I don't know much about that.
Well, all I know is that it's like has to do with neurons in your brain and that it's like abnormal behavior.
A thing that makes you have seizures.
I know you have seizures when you have epilepsy, but that's about all I know.
Epilepsy is the overactive neurons.
I know it's a psychological thing, and your vision is affected, but that's all I know.
I do not know.
I would say in certain situations, yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
I would think so.
Depending on your term of disability, yeah. in my opinion, because it, you know, disables you from doing things.
I think there's medication, but I don't know if permanently. I'm gonna go with yes, because you asked if it could be if you're a former epileptic. So yes.
I don't know about cured, but
Maybe.
I don't think it can be cured.
No.
I hope.
I don't think so.
Yes.
yes.
Maybe.
Yes.
I would say probably only if they're a child.
I think they might lessen over time, but there's always a possibility.
Yes.
Probably.
I think so.
Yeah.
Probably. I would think so.
Yes.
No.
I think it depends on the severity of the situation.
Yes.
If they haven't had a seizure in over a year,
I think it depends on the severity.
Yes.
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 they can be employed.
Yeah.
It depends on the workplace, but most places I would assume.
A seizure is when you have, there's electrical impulses in your brain that misfire and they cause, I think, unwanted movement and restraint, and you can't control what your body's doing.
Well, it's like muscle spasms caused by neurons firing in your brain and you can't control any of it, but they're different kinds, so I don't.
I think it like shuts down your body or something, and you're kind of unconscious and you're like shaking, I think, usually.
I don't really know. Like, I don't know everything about it. Like, I've seen people have seizures, but I don't know, like, what's all involved in the brain.
A seizure is when the brain does not get enough blood, a region of the brain.
I know you shake a lot when you have seizures, but I don't know exactly what it is.
It's like when your brain sends out too many electrical signals and you know, your muscles tense up and you start shaking a lot.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
No clue.
Well, I know there are like partial seizures and then also like full seizures where you like don't remember anything. And partial seizures could just be like someone, like you don't notice that they're having a seizure, but they like maybe smell something that isn't actually there, and that could also, or like they hear something that isn't happening, and that's considered a seizure too.
I have no idea.
I don't know any of the names. I just know that there's different kinds.
There was the grandma seizure. I know that one. And yeah, that's for all the ones I know.
I don't know. I just feel like there are different ones.
I have no clue.
A seizure looks like you don't have control of your body, and I think your muscles are kind of spazzing on their own because you don't have control of them, and oftentimes like they fall down because they can't stand up or anything.
Not really sure. I mean, I've seen people have seizures in like medical shows and stuff, but usually they're just like shaking and they kind of like fall over, like they can't control themselves.
When someone kind of like shakes a lot, like their body and everything.
So a grandma seizure probably involves a lot of shaking and loss of consciousness.
I know they kind of like stiffen and they shake a lot.
I'd imagine like you're being electrocuted, but without the burning.
Various things can be triggers for seizures, but like I think lack of sleep, like bright flashing lights and stuff like that, or like any too much stimulus. But it's when the brain is overloaded, the neurons misfires.
Neurons firing in your brain in a pattern that isn't normal.
I've heard like flashing lights can cause it and loud noises.
I know some people are cause seizures by like stress and lights.
And too much of a sensation.
Probably a trigger, like a visual trigger or something.
You know, an electrical charge being sent by the brain that's triggered by something.
I do not believe permanent brain damage, but I'm not 100% on that.
I would say that they could if it's like too long of a seizure that isn't controlled well. They could.
Maybe.
I think they can, yeah.
Yes, they can.
They probably can.
I would think that they could.
That definitely varies. I would guess on average around 10 minutes.
That varies.
It depends.
I know some seizures last like 10 to 15 minutes and some seizures last 3 hours.
They shouldn't last over a minute, I believe.
I don't know, I'd say like 10 minutes at the most.
I'd say any time that's, you know, not for like days.
I'm fairly certain epilepsy is just genetic.
I would say genetics. I don't think that it's really caused by any situation.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
Genetics.
I think it's genetic, like I think there's something that like once it's triggered it I have no idea.
I just don't know. I don't know if it's like a genetic thing or if it's something that like if you get hit in the head, if then you have epilepsy or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yes.
No?
I'm sure it's possible.
Yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't remember it, but do you mean like afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, I would be pretty scared because if it's a repeated circumstance, it's kind of frightening.
Scared. Very confused.
Scared? Probably, if I remembered.
I would be very scared.
I don't know. I would be unconscious, I believe.
Probably scared, and I'd probably want to know why.
Probably scared, and then I'd want to know, why.
Mary Schaub.
Well, my little sister used to have seizures, but epilepsy, Mary Schaub.
Kind of feel uncomfortable because I don't know what I would do in the situation if like someone was having a seizure, or if I was having a seizure, I'd be scared. So
I think of Mary.
Probably someone shaking a bit. A lot. Not a bit. Like, on the ground.
I think of Mary Schaub.
Mary Schaub.
They should remain calm and make sure that they don't damage their head.
They definitely need to be calm and collected, but I think in a normal situation people would panic. But I would say just making sure the person doesn't hurt themselves.
if you don't know what you're doing or how to deal with it, find someone who does.
The person is falling, catch them, and put them on the ground. Set them on the ground where they can't get anything out of the way, so they can't hit anything. And if the seizure lasts more than a minute, that's when you would call and get active medical attention.
Should probably make sure you're like still and make sure no one like around them does anything to make it worse or hurt them, I would assume.
Seek the proper medical help, and then, just try to make sure that people aren't being idiots.
I think society habitually judges anybody with any type of medical problem, even if they don't intend to, but they kind of pity them or look down on them and don't treat them quite as normal.
Yes.
Probably because they judge everybody. So
I think some people do, yeah.
Yes.
Well, society judges everyone, so yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that it's more out of fear, like they don't understand a lot about it, so.
probably, yeah.
Not that I've seen.
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm not saying that because that makes it sound like a bad connotation or denotation, whatever it is. But whenever society treats anything differently, and you can't treat everything as one cookie cutter shape.
Because they don't know much about it, they don't know how it functions, they don't want to be put in a scary situation in which they're going to have to deal with it, and they don't know. Mostly a fear of the unknown.
A lot of it is that they don't understand what epilepsy is, so they can't really, gather what's different about the person, so they just revert to, fearing things about them, they don't know how they'll react to certain stimuli and things like that.
I think people get in situations that they don't know how to deal with, and they kind of, because they're different than the other person, they just don't know how to deal with it, or like how to treat the other person if they're not similar to them.
Because when people have seizures, like, they can't really control themselves.
Because it's not normal.
I think it's the seizure part that throws them off, because I think it's scary to watch someone have a seizure. So.
Because they can't control it.
I mean, it's fairly rare, but it's not talked about much. Like many medical things, there's not enough awareness for. If somebody has a problem, people aren't always ready to help out, and they just panic and don't know what to do. So I'd say a lack of awareness.
Like lack of education, probably. Like they don't teach anything about it in schools. I've never seen like there are like viral videos about some like different diseases and things like that, but I've never seen one on epilepsy that it's like a PSA where everyone should know this about epileptics so that people have more knowledge on the topic, but lack of education.
I feel like most people who have epilepsy, they don't talk about it a lot, especially to like their friends and other people, so people just don't get any information about it, and we don't learn about it at school, so there's not really any way for anyone to learn about it.
Because nobody teaches it to us. The school system doesn't teach it to us. Like, my mom's a nurse and she's never told me anything about it. Like, I guess people just don't really talk about it.
Because you don't know, you don't know stuff that doesn't affect you. So if you are not being actively affected by epilepsy, then there's no, you don't see a reason to learn about it.
I feel like it's not as common as some of the other things, like diabetes or other more well-known diseases. Not diseases, but like problems that people have.
Because we know so little about the brain. And I'm guessing that a lot of epilepsy has to do with the brain and how it functions.
One.
I think 3.
1.
1.
2.
Point 4.
I have no clue, and I don't even want to guess because I don't know.
2.
Maybe like 4%.
Is that high?
I'm gonna go with 1.8%.
Like 5%.
Very little. Not, 0 or 1, but like below 7.
I would just treat them as a normal person.
I would probably tell them that it doesn't define them and that they're able to live a healthy life even though they suffer from that, and that they can still do normal things even if they have to do them a little differently.
You're strong.
I would say that I love you, especially to Mary, and that you're an inspiration to people.
I'm here for you. Get better.
I would ask them, if I'm around them when they have or anyone, when they have an episode, what do I do? But other than that, it's just a normal person.
How does it work?
Probably how they do certain things, like if they can't drive, like how do they work around getting places and things like that.
I would wonder what seizures feel like, or if you remember during them, or what you remember.
What kind of seizures do you have?
I guess I would ask them what it would be like living with epilepsy.
How can I help when I'm near someone that has an episode from epilepsy?
I can drink coffee. In fact, I am drinking coffee right now.
Yes.
Epileptics can drink coffee. However, coffee can also induce migraines. So if your epilepsy comes with migraines, it might not be the best thing.
Sure.
Yes, they can.
Yes. I sure hope so.
Definitely.
I can.
Yes, I drink coffee every day.
I can, and I enjoy coffee.
Yes.
Yes. Of course. I hope he doesn't drink coffee right now, but of course.
Yes, but the neurologist tries to remind my son, who is a Mountain Dew freak, which is caffeine, that it is possible if you really drink a lot of caffeine that it could bring a seizure on. So yes, you can drink it, but I think you should be aware of whether or not it's safe for you.
No.
Like, I know that caffeine affects people in certain ways, but I'm not sure if that has anything to do with epilepsy. Yes.
Yes.
I can fly, like, in an airplane. I cannot physically fly, though, because humans cannot do that yet.
Yes.
Epileptics are able to fly on airplanes as long as none of their triggers are associated with airplanes. However, they cannot just fly like Superman.
Yes.
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 Yes, but I get headaches. When we go up and we go down, I get really, really, like, crazy headaches.
Yes.
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 Yes. Although I think with some people, if they have triggers, he doesn't appear to. His is all from within his own brain. It's not triggered by external stimuli. But I don't know if that would have anything to do with it or not. He's been in an airplane numerous times. He's done fine.
Yes.
Depends on the situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
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 No. I mean, maybe with the right drugs, but I don't take those.
No.
Can I fly? I wish.
No.
Not that I know of.
Not unless they're a bird.
No.
No.
No statement.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
In the context of marriage, sure.
Yes.
I don't know of anything that prohibits the capability, but no.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
I think so.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I would say so, yes.
Well, I haven't really thought about my 5-year-old doing that quite yet, but yes, I wouldn't see why not.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah, I assume so.
Yes.
I feel like anyone can.
Yes.
It is not.
It is not sexually transmitted.
No, it is not.
No.
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 No. No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
No.
It is not contagious.
Epilepsy is not contagious.
No, it is not.
No.
No.
No, it is not.
I'm gonna say no.
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 No. No.
No.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to get too emotional, but he is just, we've been so blessed with God being able to bring us through this whole process, and I can't speak enough about that, just being able to walk through this arm in arm with God and realizing that he's carrying us too, and knowing that we're hopeful that he'll eventually outgrow this, and he's still our little Jonathan, but he likes to tell me that his name is actually John now because that's what his friends call him. So, but he is a trooper through this whole thing, and we love him through and through for that. So,
just understand the condition, as much education as the family can get, because there's varying degrees of epilepsy. There's varying degrees of intensity. I would say learn what your loved one has, learn what to expect, and don't panic. It's not the end of the world. Stay calm, that's a big part of it, and be understanding.
I mean, just keep pushing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing easy about it, and like you're always scared it's gonna happen again. And you're gonna have another seizure. You just gotta keep like pushing through it. Like be strong, and it gets better. I promise.